Welcome to episode 7. Welcome to episode 8. Welcome to episode 9. I'm not sure what episode it is right now. I just recorded like 7 different versions of this, counting from 6 up to 9. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up this gasket surface. I just got a rag and some carb cleaner, and I just want to get this gasket surface really clean. Get all the grease and oil off of it that I spilled on it while I was assembling the crankshaft. So I'm gonna sit here and scrub this. I'm gonna spare y'all the details of this. It's just a lot of just manual labor, as you can tell already. And we'll have a motor that's pretty much put together at that point. Only thing left to do will be to bolt on the covers. I'm done cleaning everything. I scrubbed these surfaces with carb cleaner. I've got them nice and shiny and smooth, and there's no grease or residue on them at all. The next step is to get this anaerobic gasket maker. That's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this gasket sealer, we're gonna lay a bead around these whole maze surfaces. Is that what they call it? The labyrinth seals. That's what they call it in the service manual. We're gonna put this gasket maker, we're gonna lay a bead down all these labyrinth seals. Then we're gonna make the two surfaces together. Some things you need to look out for, there are these 2 locating pins right here. You got to make sure that they're still in your motor firmly. These have like a vacuum on them though, you can't pull them out. They're separate pieces, but you can't really pull them out. The only question I have right now, being an inexperienced mechanic, is I want to make sure that I lay out this seal properly. I don't want to miss anything. Then I would have to take everything back apart again like I had to do previously. So I'm trying to figure this out. If I lay out this gasket maker, I need to go inside of everything and around all of these holes. So it says to lay a film coat in cylinder block main surface, but in this book it says just lay a bead, and I'm just gonna lay a bead. I think that'll be easiest. So now I laid my gasket maker out. I got a nice continuous bead on there around everything. There are no gaps on either side. So then the next step is to install that lower oil seal and bearing cover that they call it. So install that right on the bottom here. Just push that on, align the bolt holes. We're going to hand tighten the bolt. Find the correct set. I just had it. Is this it? Here it is. Alright, here it is right here. So screws in here. 3 bolts for that bottom cap. So we're going to just hand tighten that. Now this gasket sealer is anaerobic gasket sealant. So it doesn't cure in the presence of air. It only cures when it's away from air, when it's mated between those 2 surfaces. So you don't really have to worry about it curing inside your block, messing anything up. So alright, so we got that there. Throw your cover down to that. Alright, this is some big stuff right here. This is like a drum roll or something like that. Move this out the way. Set it right right down on there. Bang. That's lined up. That's not lined up. There, that's lined up. Do the crankcase bolts. There are 8 crankcase bolts. So let's find those. Which bag is which? Water jacket. Crank bolts right here. So I guess I can hand tighten that last. I want to hand tighten that last bottom cover. Bottom oil seal. I wonder if I was supposed to put gasket link on that. Crank bolts. Where do these studs go? There we go. I think I did this wrong yet again. Alright, that's the thing I forgot. Okay, now we there. Now that we got that, that took entirely too long because I didn't have nothing right. We're gonna install the crank bolts, the big ones. The 8. These are 9/16, and so I'm just gonna get them in there. About to torque down the crankcase bolt, but I'm running into a little issue where I can't get the wrench in there. So you can't get the socket in there, but I don't understand how I did this the first time. If I can't get the socket, and if I can't get my little ratchet in there, then I know that I can't get my torque wrench in there. Let's see. Maybe I can if I just work with it. Yeah, it's in there. All right, never mind. All right, so now we're going to torque down all these bolts. First step on torquing these down on the M6s and the M10s. 12 Newton meters, 29 foot-pounds. First step on the M10 is 14 foot-pounds. Yeah, M10 is the bigger bolts. Okay, so the bigger bolts, they need to, they need to go to 15 foot-pounds. So let's adjust to 15 foot-pounds. Right there. Let's torque all these down to 15 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna, there's a click. Torque wrenches. Oh, I'm doing that all wrong too. Supposed to start with number 1, dummy. Gotta work it on there. Stuck. I got my wrench stuck. All right. Let's see. All right. Now I gotta get it out of there somehow. Which it should be getting easier, but it's getting harder. Alright, we got a little issue. My wrench is stuck. Alright, so now that I've did that, I'm going to just go to the finishing torque, which is 29 foot-pounds. So I'm just going to go straight to 29 since I can't get it off, and hope that I can get it off when I get to 29. Okay. Alright, I'm hot. Too hot. This is a pain in the ass now. Everything is fighting me now. Every little thing I do. I had to bang on it a little bit, but I got it. Now we're gonna get the rest of these things done. Keep moving along. Now we need to torque them down to, what did I say, 29 again? 29. All right. So this would be double shore. Make it extra tight. Alright, cool. The last step in this procedure they said to do after you torque down everything was to just check for a smooth operation. So we're going to start it right here. There's a little hiccup right there. It doesn't seem like it's binding up, and it didn't do it that time. Now that everything's all torqued together, we're getting somewhere. Now that we got the M10 bolts in, let's do the M8s. Or M6s, I'm sorry, not M8s. They got 8s on top of the heads of all these bolts. I think this one goes right here. $10mm metric, that's what all these are. I'm not torquing these down, I'm just hand tightening them, so I'm not worried about what order they're going in. I don't think that matters, right? Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Tell me where I'm messing up. Alright, so now I have to tighten, torque these down. The M6s are 0.4 meters, 2.9 foot-pounds, and 8.7 foot-pounds. Alright, we go to the first torque needs to be 2.9 foot-pounds. Damn, I can't even go that low. So what's the second torque? 8.7 foot-pounds. I could do. That's 9. Alright. Let's see. So we start with number 1. That's 1. So now we got the whole crankcase torqued down. What the next step says is check that the crankshaft turns smoothly. That looks smooth to me. That be smooth to me. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already follow me on Instagram. That's the same name as I am on here on YouTube. Alright, I need to figure something out. The torque settings. I need to figure the torque setting for this bottom cap down here.